Don't build an agent. We live in an era right now where people think AI can solve everything. It can't. And people are learning this the hard way. S&P Global did a study with over 1,000 companies and found that the percentage of AI initiatives being abandoned jumped from 17% to 42% in a single year. MIT studied over 300 AI projects, and they saw that 95% didn't create any meaningful impact to the company's bottom lines. And Gartner predicts that over 40% of AI projects will be canceled between now and 2027. So, what do we do with this? Do we just abandon AI? Of course not. AI has been tremendously helpful. We're saving so much time and effort with what we're building and creating with AI. But while AI can be tremendously helpful, it can't solve everything. And of the things it can solve, it definitely can't solve all of them well. Let me give you an example. If I have two large numbers that I want to calculate, is it better for me to use something like a calculator or a large language model? The answer, the calculator. The reason being, a calculator you can plug in the numbers and you're just going to get the output. It's reliable. It's going to run math in order to do those computations. That's just going to give you the correct answer because it's only doing the proper mathematical calculations for you. A large language model has a non-zero chance of making a mistake because it's just outputting what it predicts to be the next proper token. And in that prediction of the next proper token, it will not always 100% of the time have the exact same result. If you run it 1,000 times or 1,000,000 times, you might get the wrong number from doing addition with that large language model. Now, technically, you could give that large language model a little bit more orchestration and give it a tool call to something that's going to run a Python script that then will calculate the perfect mathematical calculation for those numbers. And then you have an agent that's running code and will give you the answer. But that is over engineering. And I think a large reason these projects are being abandoned by companies or we're not finding a lot of value in them is because of this over engineering. There's a danger in thinking we need an agent for some solution when you don't. When you could instead use something that we already have. Deterministic software solutions. So you have some sort of function, you have some sort of if then else statement, something that's simple and you know for sure that it's going to work because it's been working. Before we had AI, we had all these deterministic solutions and workflows and they were reliable. They still are. AI will make mistakes when it's given a chance to do something over and over and over and over again. And we need to double check it. We need to make sure we're using AI where it's necessary. So how do we determine when to use an agent that's using AI and when to just use some sort of deterministic workflow, deterministic solution that's reliable and doesn't involve AI? Well, here are the two questions I give to all my clients to help them determine if they need an AI solution or not. One, does your solution require natural language understanding? Is its input going to involve natural language, or somewhere in a workflow, is it going to have to interpret and understand natural language? If so, you might need an agent. And number two, is your solution, either in the very beginning or somewhere in the workflow, does it require complex decision making? I say complex decision making because if it's simple and you just have some sort of conditional statement that results in a second branch, which would just be a simple if then else statement, then you don't need AI. You can just follow the if then else statements to create all of the different paths you need. So if there's a short set of paths that can be easily determined, you don't need AI still. But if it's complex, if it's ambiguous, if there's many different paths or even unknown paths, that's when you might need AI, the complex decision making. So those two things, natural language understanding and complex decision making. If your solution involves those two things, then you probably need AI. So in general, when you are building some sort of software solution, you're going to take a step back and understand these are my requirements and these are what I need in order to solve the problem. Sometimes you don't even need that natural language understanding or the complex decision making. And if that's the case, always try for something simpler, like a deterministic workflow that works reliably every time. Only when you realize that you need that natural language understanding or some sort of complex decision making, that's when you move towards AI and building some sort of agentic solution. So start simple and only build on the complexity of what you need to make that solution work as you go. Now, if you or your team is building Azure AI agents and you're trying to figure out when to build them, where to build them, how to build them, then I run an AI Accelerator program. That's a 4-week program to help technology professionals build Azure AI agents in 4 weeks or less. At the time of recording, it's mid-July. We start in August, so you have a few weeks to apply. You can hit the description where there's a link where you can see if you qualify and join now. If it's after that, shoot me an email and I'll see what I can do for you. If you have questions, put them in the comments below. I respond to every comment to help as many people as I can. And if you liked this video and if it was helpful for you, I'd appreciate if you liked the video and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more content like this. As always, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.